Hi, I remember one of us was asking me yesterday. I think it's his P Samtech or so. I hope I'm right. That was asking me as in how to cut on a straight line. And I remember another person was also talking about folding the edges of the design. Now, I'm going to try to explain the two of them inside this particular video. The first thing I want to explain is when it comes to your hopper, it depends on the style you want to create. There are some styles that you can easily just, now this is my main leather and this is what I'm using as lining, so you can see the edges are raw edges. I did not fold. It's not compulsory to fold. Now the leather is not thick. It's not because the leather is not thick that's why I didn't fold it. No, you need to know that each time you fold the edges of your leather, like, let me show you something. Like you fold edges like this, you can see this edge was folded. You can see what it looks like. Anytime you fold like this, it is compulsory for you to stitch. Please listen, it's very compulsory for you to stitch, because by the time you fold this way, this your lining cannot hold properly, cannot hold this part for a long time before it begins to pull apart. I can categorically say that. Will it not stay? Of course it will stay. Initially when you create it, it will gum, of course, bond themselves together, but over time, because of the surface of this one that is smooth, it will not be able to adhere for a long time to this lining surface. You understand? Because this is the how your lining surface is going to look like, something like this. It will not adhere for a long time with this, this particular surface. That's why when you fold, it is compulsory to stitch. It is compulsory. I'm repeating it. I don't know what we have been taught, but as far as I'm concerned, it should be stitched. It's compulsory. But if you don't want to stitch, this is your option. Your option is to make sure the raw edges are open. You can decide to actually create an edge coat to coat it if you want to, or when you are through this way, take it to your grinding machine and try to smoothen all of the edges gently. That is another option you have. You understand, to make it look neat and okay. So for my brother or my sister, I'm not even sure whether it's a man or woman. It's so amazing. This is what I do when I want to cut. Now this is my scissors. It's not compulsory that it should be this kind of scissors, but whatever kind of scissors you are using, please position it this. When you pick it up at a start to cut this way, when you pick this way, see what I'm doing. When I cut like this, I don't allow my scissors to leave that place. I open it up at that same spot. I don't remove it. You understand? Now when you want to cut, for example, I've seen a lot of people cut in one funny way. Let me get a leather to show us. Okay, I think I have one here. Now let me use this as an example. Let's say I want to cut. When you want to cut something on a straight line, of course, let's say you can even see the line. Let's assume there's a line there. Sorry. So let's say it's a line, like you have a line this way, you have another one this way. I think this one will explain better. And you want to cut. See, if you cut like this, you are always opening and closing and closing. It will not be straight. I'm sure you can see what it looks like on the other side. It will not be straight. But when you want to cut, hold it down. Make sure that you are still, you can see that I'm still holding it. Then open your scissors along that same spot and keep cutting along that same spot and keep cutting that same spot. Don't, make sure it doesn't leave the spot. You will find out that the difference, can you see that the difference is clear between the first one and this one? So when you want to cut, that's the most important part of cutting. Whether you're cutting your insole cardboard, you want to cut your insole cardboard is also what you call fiber. Whether you're cutting your shank board, whether you're cutting your EVA foam, which is popularly called Makoye in Nigeria, whether you're cutting your leather, whatever you are cutting, if you want the edges to be smooth, don't do this kind of cutting that people will be opening and opening. Please don't do that. Just follow this way. Hold it. You see I'm still holding it. That's what I do, and that's what has helped me. You understand? That's the technique that has helped me, and it's still helping so many of my students to cut very straight. So let me trim this and let's see what it looks like. So I'm going to continue this way. Try that method and give me your feedback. I'm sure you will be amazed at the result. You can see that I make sure it's still there. and you find out that you have a very, you know, good edge finishing. So I hope that helps. I hope that answers your question. You were asking me about folding the edges. I hope that helps. You can see this particular design as well. I did not fold the edge. The leather is yet soft, but it's compulsory you stitch if you are not, if you are folding. This one is not compulsory. This style you can decide not to stitch, because you can decide to apply your contact cement adhesive. You know, it depends on the brand you are using. Apply it on this, like, okay, apply it on the wrong surface, on the wrong surface. You bring it together, then you go ahead and stitch if you want to. If you don't want to stitch, you can definitely leave it just like that and it will be perfectly okay. So I hope I answered our 2 questions. So what again? Yes, I think I've answered the 2 questions. You know, in the evening I'm still going to open the class for 5 to 6 p.m. It's just for you to submit assignments. We are not going to be taking questions tonight. You can drop your question, but I definitely will not be answering questions. All I want us to do is drop, and then I'm going to assess them, and then that's what we are going to be doing. So on Saturday we are going to be having by 2 p.m. another discussion class by 2 p.m. here. Our live session, I'm not sure we are going to be having any this week. Maybe we will have to shift that to next week. But of course, I will let us know when it will be happening. Thank you once again. I'm still your shoemaking made easy tutor, Odurole Mujibola. I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.